Warm greeting to all. This session we are going to discuss welding joints, that is introduction of welding joints. So a welded joint is a permanent joint which is obtained by fusion of edges of parts to be joined together with or without the application of pressure and a filler material. The heat required for the fusion of material is obtained by burning gases, either the gas welding or by electric arc welding. Welding is extensively used in fabrication as an alternative to riveted and bolted joints. So these are the introduction of welded joint. So it is a permanent joint. It may be a weld using a fusion of edges. It may be a pressure, applying pressure, or if you are giving a filler material. So the two weldings are there, that is gas welding and electric arc welding. So these are the brief about welded joints. And the major disadvantage of the welding joints is uneven heating and cooling during fabrication. And the next one is highly skilled labor and supervision is required while doing welding process. And then third one is no provision is kept for expansion contraction in the frame, therefore the possibilities of cracks developing in it. And the inspection of welding work is more difficult than riveted joint. So these are the disadvantages in welding joints. And types of welding process, so already we discussed, that is fusion welding and heat and pressure. So in a fusion welding you can see we are insert filler rods and we are keep the welding head. So this welding heat will the filler rod will be pour over the welded metals, and these two plates will get welded. But in heat and pressure, that is forge welding, so we are kept weld nugget between the two plates and we are applying pressure on either side of the plate, so this plate gets welded. So these are the two types of welding process we are using in industry. And these are the types of welded joints. First one is lap joint or fillet joint. So here we can see different types of lap joints, that is single transverse. So here we are welded in a single transverse weld, and here the next diagram is double transverse. So either we can weld two sides, and parallel fillet weld, the weld will be parallel to each other. So these are the lap joints or fillet joints. And the next type is butt joint. So square butt and single V butt, single U butt, double V butt, and double U butt. So these are the butt joints, different butt joints. And other joints is corner joint, edge joint, and T joints. So these are the types of welded joints. And the next one is selection of weld type. So what are the major consideration of selection of welded type? Then shape of welded components required. So what type of weld we are going to do, so that we have to, the shape we have to select, and the thickness of the plates to be welded. So how much thickness of the plate we are going to weld. Then direction of force applied, so what direction of force we are going to apply. So these are the main consideration while doing welding process. And the basic weld symbols, so the different weld we already seen. So how to mention these symbols, here you can see different welding joints, and the symbols of each joints. So example we see a fillet. So that is a sectional representation they shown here, but the symbol is a triangular symbol. Likewise, the each and every welding joints will have a symbols. And this is the same types of J joint, J butt, single J butt, double J butt, and the stud, spot, seam. Then different types of weld and symbols mentioned here, and this is different types. Kindly look into it. The remaining topic we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.